Nick has a superpower that all men envy. Any woman who looks at him will fall deeply in love with him. He has just finished an affair with a beautiful woman. His body has not yet recovered. He saw another beauty in the hotel lobby. The two of them looked at each other. The man went back to bed. 3 minutes later, Nick walked out of the hotel satisfied, ready to take a taxi to work. In order not to be docked wages, he made up an excuse that he was stuck in traffic. But when he looked up, he realized the driver was a woman. And by the look in her hungry eyes, Nick knew the traffic was about to start again. When Nick arrived at the office, the client had been waiting for him for a long time. But thanks to his eloquence, he was able to get a big order for the company easily. Then the boss suddenly called Nick to his office. Nick thought the boss would give him a promotion and a raise. Instead, the boss told Nick that he was fired because he didn't spare any of the women in the company, even the boss' daughter. When they heard about Nick's departure, Nick's female coworkers shed tears for him. Nick had to say goodbye to them. Just after returning to his apartment, Nick ran into his new neighbor. They stared at each other for a few seconds. Nick carried his things into the house when his uncle found out that he was fired, so he advised him to be faithful in love. But Nick didn't care. He thought he'd be able to find a new job in no time. Nick started interviewing, but no matter which company he walked into, all the bosses made the same gesture, because the previous boss had spread the word about Nick. All the companies knew what he could do. Even the female boss just wanted to try him out. They rejected him as well. Nick went home disappointed. He decided to cure himself of this problem when his uncle found out, so he called the witch to cure him with a spell. But the witch, who had been single for 35 years, was also taken down by Nick. After trying everything, Nick was exhausted. But then his uncle brought him good news. He found a psychiatrist who specializes in difficult cases. Nick took it as a test. He didn't realize that his powers didn't work on Nina, and so the two of them began to heal.